There we go. Hello. Well, it's been a bit. It's been a while. When was the last time I streamed? Hold on, let me check actually. When was the last time? A month ago, supposedly. Yeah, it's been a bit. It's been a bit. Okay, so hey, we're back. We're back. So hold up. Let me flip the music a little bit. I don't know. Y'all can tell me whether or not the music like the audio levels are good. But yeah. So, yeah, it's been a bit. Let's see. I completely forgot what I was going to say, but yeah. Anyway, so as the title suggests, we're going to be playing Cyno's second story quest. Because it came out, I got really excited, and then I held it off specifically to stream it, and that took a while. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I really do want to stream more frequently. I really, really do because it's super fun and it's always really fun talking with you guys. The problem is the actual timing. That's the problem. Uh, because it used to be that I had enough time at around like 5 p.m. And then that wasn't the case anymore, and so I had to push it until 6, and then that wasn't the case anymore, so I'm pushing it till 7, and now even that's starting to get really hard. So it's one of those things where it's like I'm trying to find a time frame to stream, but it's really hard to, which is one of the reasons why these streams have been extremely like they're here and then they're not and then they're here and then they're not and it sucks, it really does, because I really do want to like stream a little bit more consistently, you know. But I'm talking about that Cyno stuff. I Cyno has literally been one of like my favorite characters in Genshin, mostly because of his design, but I also just think he's a really fascinating character. He was like basically the Sumeru poster child way back during the Genshin Travail trailer. He appeared in the webcomic. He was literally one of the like first characters that was like really like out there in the game, right? And I thought he looked. Let me just fix the mic a little bit. I thought he was really, really, really cool. So, wait, hold on. I don't know. I don't know if this would make me sound too loud or I sorry, I was just trying to fix the like audio levels of this. And I'm not sure how it's that's an echo, whoopsie. I'm not sure how it's coming out. Oh well, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. Anyway, okay, I'm like stalling too much. Let's just get right into it. Woo, okay. Alright. So oh, wait, actually, whoops, sorry. Before anything, I'm just gonna turn off the music because we're just gonna jump into the game. Infinite Void! Alright, we're in. Let me set up my my epic little team. So obviously, just the volume is a bit high. Obviously, our main man himself.
Who's our next target?
Our main man. I'm gonna keep Nahida just to keep with the Sumerian feel. Arlecchino. Do I keep Arlecchino or do I keep Lenny? Arlecchino or Lenny? Or Farina? Farina's super cracked. Actually, no, I kind of need that.
My magnificence!
Yeah, alright. And then Bennett, of course, because he's the best healer known to man. Oh yeah, I have Arlecchino, by the way. I don't know if I had her when I did my Arlecchino, like, story quest stream? I don't remember, but I have her. It's in story quests. Where is he? There it is. Act 2. Deceptive calls, of course. Alright. Get him, boys. We're going to Sumeru. I really, really hope this quest is, like, better than his first one. Because I like his first one. His first quest was nice, it was cute, it was fine. But it was also really disappointing. When it came to, like... Oh. When it came to, like, learning about Cyno himself.
Wow, the academia sure is busy during the day.
Yeah, it's almost as if you attend school during the day.
But where should we go looking for people that we know?
You know where Alhatham's house is. Knock on his door. There he is!
Traveler, Paimon.
Cyno! It's been so long since we last saw you!
It really feels like it's been forever. You look like you've been keeping well.
As do you. You don't seem weary at all from your travels. If anything, you seem stronger.
Yeah. You know, it doesn't kill you, make you stronger, you know? You know the phrase.
So, what brings you back here?
I wanted to see you.
Oh, nothing in particular. Paimon just saw a really big mushroom out on the road the other day and suddenly missed all our friends in Sumeru.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, we were reminiscing about you recently too. It was at a group dinner. I look forward to hearing about your travels. Something tells me we must have a lot to catch up on.
Okay, can I say something? Can I say something? Like, Sumeru? Okay, I didn't stream the Sumeru quest, but I told one of my friends about how I feel like Sumeru is probably the only nation, Archon quest we're talking, is probably the only Archon quest, is the only nation where it actually feels like we made a friend group here. Like, it actually feels that. Peter asks, can I join your co-op? No, I think it's fine. I'm playing a quest right now, so no.
Really? You were thinking of us too? What a coincidence!
Winkadink.
Indeed. Or as I call it, the Biryani factor.
What, who now? Am I missing something? I don't get it.
You really want me to say the rest? Okay.
No!
It's always nice to meet Stu again.
Shut up!
Oh, darn, he said it.
I'm at the win, Paimon. Time to pay up.
You like that one, huh? You must if you remember it after all this time.
My god, dude.
Admit the truth. You have long been in awe of my razor-sharp wit.
Yes, I have, Cyno. Oh, yes, I have.
Alright. Here's your 500 mora.
Thanks, Cyno. Feels good to hit the jackpot.
You're exaggerating. It's only 500 mora.
Hey, 500 mora is still a lot of snacks to Paimon.
All right. I'll treat you to some desserts later. Anyway, I'm actually investigating a case right now. My mind is focused on work, which is why I didn't complete the joke at first.
Okay, sure, dude. Sure, whatever you say,
A
man.
case? What happened?
Nothing major. But after finding out who was involved, I decided, on reflection, to handle this one myself.
Need any help? We only came here to hang out, so we've got the time. You may as well take us with you, and then when you're done, we can, you know...
We can eat.
Such enthusiasm. Are you worried I'll forget about treating you to some sweets if you're not around to remind me?
What? No! Alright, was it really that obvious?
Yes.
Obvious enough. Still, it's a fine idea. You are the heroes of Sumeru.
We
It
are
makes
indeed.
perfect sense to work together. All right, follow me.
One thing that always low-key bugged me about Oathkeeper. One thing that's always bugged me about this bridge in the Academia is that there's no, actually just the bridges in Sumeru, there is no rails. Like, what are the safety standards in Sumeru? What is this? What is this? Children go to the Academia. There's some NPCs that are like children students. Why is there no rails here? Come on. Where are the safety standards in this nation? Like, I know this nation is a bit messed up, but where are the safety standards? Come on. that is so cool. That's always so cool. Oh yeah, but with that, well, what I was saying, like I mentioned it to a friend before, but like Sumeru is probably like the only nation that really feels like it really feels like you made a friend group. Like it feels like you created a friend group, right? And I think that's pretty evident by like if you look at the fandom, specifically with the Sumeru characters, the fandom is really focused on like I guess like the interpersonal relationships of the
Luck
Sumeru
can
characters.
swing the results of a single game,
And I think a big part of it
but it's
is
bound to run out
come on,
sooner
come on,
or
come on.
later.
But I think a big part of it is the fact that like especially Alhaitham Kave, Cyno, Tignari, and Kale. That group specifically, especially that group, like their stories all kind of have to do with each other. And I feel like it kind of gives this cool little sense of like these people have been like their own little group for a very, very long time. Like even before the Traveler arrived, and the Traveler just kind of like ended up in that circle. And so like I think it's really sweet when like Cyno's like, yeah, we've been thinking about you. And it doesn't like, at least to me, it doesn't really feel like a little cop out. Like it genuinely feels like, yeah, we're part of their friend group, so we are in their minds. It's cute. It's cute. It's one of the things about Sumeru that I really like writing wise. That like, you know, the characters feel like they're part of each other's lives. I think it's cool. It's cool.
Do you see him? The old man flailing around?
Oh my god, that's your dad. Is that your dad? That's your dad, isn't it?
Oh, is he the one you wanted to talk to about the case?
Correct. His name is Cyrus,
He
a
is!
former Spontamod sage. He taught both me and Lisa.
Oh my god, it's Cyno's dad, everybody. It's his dad.
Huh? Cyno's teacher is in trouble?
It's ridiculous. I'm just an old man who enjoys a spot of gardening, shopping, and wine. What sort of person targets an old retiree?
Professor, I've brought some friends.
Hello.
Ah, Cyno. Now who do we have here?
Why didn't you show up in his first quest? Eh?
Hold on, let me think. A flying fairy dressed in white? A youth who does not seem to hail from this land? My goodness. You must be the legendary traveler in Paimon. I've heard all about what you've done for Sumeru.
Hello.
Wow, looks like we're really famous.
I've told him about you before. You are my friends, after all.
Good to meet you, sir. We're here to help Cyno.
That's right. Let me summarize the situation. A couple of days ago, Professor Cyrus suddenly received a threat letter.
Oh.
A threat letter?
Uh-oh.
Exactly. Who sends a threat letter to an old man like me, for goodness sake?
This is the letter in question.
Cyrus,
Do we get to read it?
I've uncovered your secret. If you wish to prevent it from going public, leave 10 million mora at the back door of the cafe.
Cyrus going, what secret? Or maybe he does know, I don't know.
Secondly, don't come looking for me. You'll never find me. But I will always be watching you and all of your secrets. Finally, if you dare to report this to the Matra, there will be consequences.
Well...
Wow, they sure didn't mince their words.
Clearly, this person must be desperate for Mora.
10 million mora, what a joke. I'm just a single retiree with nothing to my name beyond the tomatoes in my garden. Where do people think I'm hiding 10 million mora, huh? In my tomatoes?
There were no witnesses, so currently the letter is all we've got. So, Traveler, Paimon, let's put our heads together.
Ready when you are.
Paimon's ready too.
All right, take a look. Do you see anything suspicious?
Let's see, it's a bunch of scribbles. Yep, it's exactly what Paimon said. Nope. From Cyno's description, it sounds like the threat letter didn't come in an envelope. It was simply written on a crude piece of paper and left for Cyrus to find.
Very good. The paper has a rather rough texture. It's not the typical kind you see in most books.
It's parchment. Oh wait, no. Papyrus.
Another thing is, some of these strokes look kind of blurry. Could there be an issue with the ink?
Possibly. And I bet the paper has something to do with it.
Most of the paper around here is much smoother than this, and the ink is absorbed quickly so it doesn't run. This paper, meanwhile, it's very coarse-grained, almost as if it's made from some sort of plant matter.
Oh my god, it is papyrus. I think it's actually papyrus. For those of you who don't know, so before Europe got access to paper, there were two main like things to write on. The most famous is papyrus, which actually originates from Egypt, which makes sense if it's Sumeru. It originates from Egypt. It comes from the papyrus plant, which is why I was like, oh, it's totally papyrus with plant matter. Papyrus is a plant, and they used it to basically make this like paper sort of thing. It's not the font. I'm not talking about the font. Just the actual material they used. Meanwhile, in like other places of Europe, they would use parchment. And parchment is animal skin, mostly from cows. But they keep talking about how like coarse the paper is, and I'm like, okay, Sumeru, Egypt, it's papyrus.
It's certainly not the same paper as we use in the academia, but the ink is nothing special. Just regular black ink that gets a blue tinge when applied to paper.
So do we think the culprit has a connection with the academia or not?
Doesn't seem like it. Nor does it seem like they have access to normal paper.
Wait, check this out! Looks like this part got wet at some point.
Agreed. The staining suggests it was a colored liquid, not plain water. It also looks like it was wiped off with a damp cloth.
Was it coffee? That would be so funny.
A colored liquid. So, tea? Wine?
Coffee?
Looks like we're thinking along similar lines. Let's go talk to Arof. There are some things I'll need him to take care of.
I bet it's coffee. I don't know if they have coffee in Tibet. My first thought's coffee. Oh, Cyrus disappeared. No. So because this quest came out like a freaking while ago, I do know that we get to meet a character named Sethos, which I tried rolling for and I did not get him, which sucks because he's a 4-star, which means he's supposed to be easy to get, but like whatever. Yeah, so I know Sethos appears, and I know Sethos has a very similar abilities to Cyno. I think he's related to Cyno. I'm not exactly sure, but I think he is. So I'm like pretty sure that Sethos is the culprit, or at least like the sender of the letter. Formal film production says, "Yay, stream!" That's right, we're streaming. We're back, and I forgot to mention this earlier. Apologies if there's any lag. I really hate the lag. I really don't like the lag, and I do want to say that I don't really get lag on my screen. Like, and if there is lag, it's not that bad. And it's one of those things that I think the lag is actually kind of just straight up out of my control. Like, there's literally nothing I can do currently. So I am sorry. Oh shoot, I forgot to check if he has the right weapon. Crap. Nope. There we go. You may wonder which one it is. It's I have 2 white tassels. One of them is level 50 and the other is level 80. The level 80 one belongs to Cyno. But yeah, I can't wait to meet Sethos though. He seems to be like a really fun character. Really cool. I know that his gameplay kit is trash though, but like, we're talking about the narrative here. We're talking about the story. We're talking about the story. Oh, okay. Alright.
Arof. Ah, there he is.
Hello.
Mahamatra Cyno. Sir Cyrus. Ah, and the Traveler and Paimon. It's been a
Wait.
while.
You know us? I don't remember who you are, I'm sorry.
As such, I'm inclined to believe that the culprit in this case is a student at the academia. Somebody young and strapped for cash.
Probably eats noodles like in the middle of the
Oh.
night.
One last thing. I'd start your
Oh my God!
investigation by taking a look at the cafes in the city.
I was joking. I was joking when I said coffee. So they do have coffee into that. Okay, it's coffee.
Oh, of course! You think the culprit spilled their coffee on the ladder, huh?
Yes.
They do look like coffee stains to me. Also, if I'm not mistaken, the letter is written on a type of scented paper that has aromatics added during the manufacturing process. The
Okay.
kind often provided as writing material for customers in cafes and taverns.
Alright.
Ah, of course. Yes, like they sell in the gift shops. I remember now. Zaha Hadid bought some a while back. She said she was going to use it as wrapping paper for a vase.
Understood. I'll assemble a team to investigate the points of interest immediately.
You have my gratitude.
One last thing. Send some Matra to guard the entrances and exits of Sumeru City. And change into plain clothes. Don't let them see you coming.
Dressed like an NPC. No, like
Will do.
literally. Literally an NPC. Formal film production says, plot twist, coffee is the real villain. I was gonna say victim. They're the real villain.
Great thinking, Cyno.
It's coffee's fault.
So, where do we think the culprit's at right now?
I doubt they'd go back to the cafe.
Yeah, they've probably been lying low at home waiting to see how Cyrus reacts.
You're right, Paimon.
Really?
Which part?
Which part?
I felt
The
that.
culprit's approach.
Oh.
Whatever happens, they need this Mora. But just because they warned Professor Cyrus not to go to the Matra, doesn't mean they know what he'll do next. So, like you said, they need to wait and see.
Hold on for a split second. We're going to... Okay. Wait, actually, okay, bear the infinite void for a second. Ah! There we go. Sorry, I just noticed something was off with the chat box, that's all. Alright,
And
back to story.
crucially, the culprit said they'd be watching the professor's every move.
They're a spy.
Wait, are you saying...
Oh,
Found you!
are you just gonna threaten a random dude?
What are you doing?
You wrote the threat letter!
I don't know what you're talking about. What threat letter?
I sensed someone was watching us from the shadows the moment we entered the House of Dana. You managed to stay relatively well hidden for someone reckless enough to threaten Professor Cyrus.
Oh my god.
There are a lot of people here, but we were looking specifically for Arav. Whoever followed us the whole way was likely to be the culprit.
I was just listening in, that's all. You know something big's going down when Mahamatra Cyno shows up, right? So I got a little curious. What's the big deal?
You smiled when Arav left. I saw it as clear as day.
Is smiling a
Little
crime
eagle
now?
eye. Yes.
There are coffee stains on the letter. You mixed some coffee with water, gently smeared it onto the paper, then wiped it off with a wet cloth. All to create the impression that the letter was written at a cafe.
Uh-huh, okay, okay.
Closing off the exits to the city doesn't affect you, because you already live here. And as long as the Matra were focused on the cafes, you would be free from scrutiny.
Okay.
The cafe was a red herring all along. You had to be somewhere where you could monitor the professor's movements.
Alejandro is like having so much fun voicing this part.
You can't pin this on me. I haven't done anything.
Really? Then why are you shaking like a leaf? The innocent have no reason to fear the Matra. But you,
Dude, watch this NPC like actually be innocent.
your heart's racing, and your eyelids are twitching.
Okay.
You're a terrible liar.
I would never.
Don't try anything or you'll pay the price. Now come with me.
I'm waiting for this guy to like actually be like innocent. That would be so
was
funny.
over quickly. Cyno already caught the guy.
Well,
You're telling me. One minute I go out for a quick smoke, the next minute I see Arav already on his way back to meet up with Cyno. Looked like a young guy, too. Couldn't have been much more than 30. But after what he's done, I'm afraid he's ruined his whole future.
Everyone, it's all over.
Gosh, that was so fast!
The culprit's name is Uraka, a 16-year-old student in the Rataoish Darshan.
Okay, okay.
Huh?
Yeah, same, like, okay.
16? Cyrus thought he looked 30-something!
Just a really old-looking teenager.
We checked his records. He's 16, a third-year student.
Really? Okay. Sure, I done.
But he looks so old.
Yeah, seriously.
Foolish child. He's too young for the criminal life. What the devil drove him down this path?
We questioned the culprit regarding his motives. He,
Cyno's so short. He's so freaking tiny.
Oh, just spit it out. Nothing can surprise me at this point.
very well. It's our understanding that Uraka is a mediocre student who has been underperforming in his classes. He started taking extra tutoring to improve his grades, but developed a gambling habit around the same time and lost a lot of mora.
Yeah, that'd do it.
Down on his luck, he went to the tavern for a drink and overheard some people chatting about Sir Cyrus's comfortable retirement. They mentioned that he's always arguing about his tomato plants with some old woman on the street.
Some old woman on the street? Goodness gracious. Has that rascal attended a single one of his classes? That old woman is Kasharwar's very own professor, Zaha Hadi. How can he not know who Zaha Hadi is?
I don't know, man. I don't know the name of, like, every single teacher at my school.
Is this going somewhere?
Right?
Oh, right, yes.
Sure.
So another thing. We don't just argue about tomato plants. And what are they trying to insinuate by comfortable retirement? A man grows a few vegetables and suddenly he's living a life of luxury?
Yes.
Maybe it's more the fact that you have the time to grow vegetables in the first place.
Uraka mentioned he'd heard a rumor, alleging that Sir Cyrus illegally obtained a large sum of money from the desert before retiring, and kept it for himself instead of reporting it to the academia. Uraka
Okay.
believes this money to be the reason why Sir Cyrus hasn't kept up with any academic research or other projects since his retirement.
Is he retired?
And given your advanced age, he thought you'd be an easy target to blackmail.
You know, he's like, oh man, I'm down on my luck. I need some cash. So I'm going to target this man. Why? He's advanced age. He's aged advancedly. He's a little old, a little gullible. Yeah.
Oh, Uraka. I'm at a loss for words. I'm so angry I don't know where to start.
People make up rumors all the time. I am quite confident that Professor Cyrus has never embezzled a mora in his life.
Arav, you'll have to find some excuse to interrogate Uraka again later. I need you to deliver a few firm fistfuls to him on my behalf.
He's really concerned with getting through this
I
kid.
completely understand how you feel, Sir Cyrus, but I'm afraid that course of action goes against the Matra's principles.
Yeah, probably.
Professor, there's no need to be childish about this.
Oh, come on. I was clearly joking.
That was a joke? Okay.
Okay. Where does this go from here?
I love that this entire conversation, both Cyno and Paimon are like, okay, what does this have to do with anything?
The academia will determine the appropriate disciplinary action against the student. And as for the individuals spreading rumors about the professor's obsession with tomatoes and some old woman on the street, there could be a slander case here.
Sure.
The Matra will continue to investigate.
I don't know, man. I think it's just kind of kid being dumb.
Who said I'm obsessed with some old woman on the street?
Sure, yeah,
Mind
sure,
your
dude.
wording or you'll start a whole new rumor.
Sure, dude, sure. I'm pretty sure there's nothing behind that. No, not at all.
You seem confused. Oh, don't you understand? Uraka is just a young boy who made a very rash and very stupid decision based on some groundless rumor he heard. Besides, I didn't actually hand over any mora to him. The whole thing sounds a lot worse than it is. All it costs me is a little reputational damage. That's all.
Please rest assured, Professor, that the academia will issue a fair and reasonable punishment.
Yes, I have no doubt about that. But as a former educator, I'd still like to have a serious conversation with the boy's parents.
Oh my
The
god.
family lives in the city, yes?
Correct.
We looked into the family. Both parents are merchants and they're often away on business. They've never taken much of an active role in their children's lives.
Oh,
Oh, what a mess.
dang.
You don't have to seal the evidence away yet, do you? I'd like to have that letter back for the time being, if possible. I need something concrete for when I talk to the family tonight. We have to show them how serious this situation is.
I ain't gonna lie, dude. I don't think it's
The
that
relevant
serious.
authorities have already reviewed the evidence and are now discussing Araka's punishment. You can hold on to the letter for now. Just make sure to return it within a couple of days.
Oh, so you'll be able to close the case in 2 days.
Give or
Maybe.
take, cases like this are quick to resolve.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I think this like case or whatever the heck you're calling it is it's a little too simple. I ain't gonna lie. It's just some kid being dumb, some kid being stupid, some I don't know. I think you're blowing the situation out of proportion. Oh, it makes sense. You're hanging out with some lady, and then there's some rumors spreading around. You want to shut them down as fast as possible. Can't blame you.
Very good. Well, thank you for all your help. Perhaps we can all go for a meal together. Oh, my treat, of course.
My apologies, Sir Cyrus, but I have a prior commitment. Enjoy the meal, everyone.
Ah, I see. Well, that's a pity. But Cyno, you have to come. You
Yes.
found the culprit at record speed, and I owe you for that.
Yes.
Ah, and isn't Tainari in town at the moment? Bring him along, too.
Oh. Yes. No, this is what I mean. This is exactly what I mean. This is like the perfect example of what I was talking about with how like most of the important characters in Sumeru like literally feel like they know each other, and it's because of stuff like this. Like you can tell that they are part of each other's lives. Anyway, okay, I'll stop that.
Wait, you mean Tainari's in the city?
He is.
What's he doing?
Tainari's master, Sir Nephis, called him and Kale to the academia to help out on a project.
Okay.
They should be at Nephis's office at this hour.
All right.
Though I must say, I'm surprised you're extending an invitation to Tainari.
Oh?
Did you do something to offend Sir Nephis?
Oh?
Don't be outrageous. Nephis offends me all the time.
Okay.
It's never the other way around. Anyway, hurry up and fetch Tainari. I'll head over to the tavern with the Traveler and Paimon. See you there.
Little family dinner going on here.
Go on now. Don't keep us waiting.
Little family dinner. Also, I don't know if any of you, if you guys noticed, but Cyrus has the same bangs that Cyno has, like the bangs that sweep over an eye. Cyrus has that too, and that is so cute. That is so cute. It's like baby Cyno saw Cyrus's hair and went, I want emo bangs. I want the emo bangs, and then did some to himself. Whoa. Whoa, don't glitch out on me, alright? Don't glitch out on me. Why are you glitching out on me? No! Stop! Stop! What if... something... okay. There's... lag. I'm not pressing any keys right now. Oh, that's weird. It's like a... what would I call this? It's like a drift? No. It's like I click a little bit. Okay, it's not doing it anymore. Oh, now it is. Okay. That's so weird. Why is it doing that? Okay, that's weird. That's so weird. Yeah, it's like there's a delay. Is that normal? Is that a lag? I don't know if that's a kind of lag. That's so weird. What is that? Oh, family dinner!
Not to brag, but we never had problems like this at Ratawa Hist back when I was still teaching. And if you don't want to take my word for it, you can ask them. They were students at the time. They'll tell you what it was like, won't they?
What is going on?
I was out in the forest at least 4 days a week back then, thanks to a colossal workload from Master. It wrought havoc on my poor tail, so I didn't exactly keep up to date with what was going on at the academia.
Fair, fair.
Most of what I know, I heard from Cyno after the fact.
Oh, some school drama or something?
Professor's become a lot more laid back in his retirement. He used to be far stricter, and was especially known for being extremely principled.
Wow. It's hard enough to stay true to your principles as a normal person. I can't imagine doing that as a sage.
Hello, Kale. It's been a while.
It's a pity Kale wasn't around at the time. I would have happily taken her on as a student.
I love Kale too. I just realized that. Maybe I should put her on the team, actually. For no other reason than just cute little aesthetic.
And then we'd have one more person who has to address Lisa as upper class woman.
Really? Can't you just call her Lisa?
No, she won't
seems
allow
to
me.
prefer it when people treat her like an older sister.
Oh, believe me, back when she was a student, nothing made her happier than the younger students acknowledging her seniority.
Whoa, more food? Are you sure about this? We don't want to take advantage.
Oh, don't worry about it. Order whatever you like. And if it's not enough, order some more.
Okay.
After all your help today, treating you to dinner is the least I can do.
All right, the man's got fat stacks. I see.
I thought I heard some familiar voices. Ah, and Sir Cyrus is here as well.
Holy shit! It's Kaveh. Guys, it's Kaveh. He broke out of jail.
Oh, Kaveh, it's been a while. Zahahadi was talking about you last month. How have you been?
He's been depressed and he's been in Genshin jail for like the past year.
I've been all right, thank you. You're looking very well, sir. I'm glad to see it.
Okay, this is gonna get annoying, but this is what I mean when I say that Sumeru literally feels like a friend group. Like, it literally feels like a friend group. Like, not only do we have, like, the little Cyno family eating dinner, but, like, because Kaveh is technically part of this friend group, he's like, hi guys, how you been? And everyone knows him, and they're like, sup man, how you been doing? This is gonna get annoying, but I'm probably gonna keep repeating this.
Have you eaten yet? Care to join us?
That's awfully kind of you, but I had a late lunch, so I'm not really hungry just yet. I'll have dinner a little bit later tonight. I just came to Lombard's to buy some wine, and when I heard some voices I recognized, I thought I'd come and say hello. So what's the occasion, anyway? Some sort of celebration?
Kind of? Question mark?
Consolation, more like. You wouldn't believe the day I've had.
Cyrus vividly recounts the day's events.
Sounds like things have really gone downhill since I was there. My whole time as a student, I've never heard of anything remotely like that.
Okay, but to be fair, my guy, to be fair, you literally said that you weren't really into the school's affairs. I have a sneaking suspicion that a lot of stuff was going on, and Tignari was just like not focusing. He just didn't know.
I can't
like-
believe how young the guy is. Oh, what are his parents going to think?
Young people are always more susceptible to making rash and ill-advised decisions. Their minds are still developing. It's just an unfortunate fact of life. But still, this boy has some nerve. Just look at what he wrote. Oh, it makes my blood boil.
My guy, like, I promise you it ain't that bad.
Wow, yeah. Jeez.
I will always be watching you and all of your secrets. And then he just followed you into the house of Dana?
Yes.
If this were my son, he'd get the scolding of a lifetime. Oh.
Luckily, I'm also an extremely principled person.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I can only imagine the stuff that Cyno has been told. Oh, it's silly. like, don't worry, Dad, I turned out fine. Mostly.
Kave! Your order's ready, sir!
Coming. I'll have to get going. Have a nice evening, everyone. I'll catch you all another time.
Bye.
Bye-bye!
Here I am. The coffee beans are in here too.
Dude, wait, are you putting coffee in your wine?
Yep, it's all there.
Dude, wait.
I'll stop babbling away now. Let's eat before the food gets cold.
Is Kave literally putting coffee in his wine? You're all busy chatting, you almost forgot about the food. Oh, it's cold. It's still hot. Oh, okay, never mind. Kave is not okay. He is not okay. He has issues. See, I say Cyno has issues because he's just like, he flips like a switch. He's either too goofy for his own good or too serious for his own good. And he can't, like, juggle those well, I think. Okay, maybe he can, but, like, it's, like, two different modes. And, like, his first story quest goes on about how, like, his strict principles could, like, hurt more people than it could actually help and blah, blah, blah. He turned out decently. Also, he got Tignari as a boyfriend and he got Kale like a daughter. He's doing fine. He's doing okay.
Oh, too tasty. Paimon's belly is about to explode.
Oh, mine too. I'll have to walk home to burn some of it off.
Thanks for dinner, Sir Cyrus. Master Tainari and I will bring you some homemade herbal tea next time. It'll do wonders for your sleep.
Well, I
I
look
need some
forward to
herbal
that.
tea.
In fact, could I trouble you to bring a little extra for the other old folks on my street? I'll be the envy of the neighborhood.
No problem at all. I'll pack some up and bring it over.
Thank you for treating us.
Ah, I'll see you all later. I better head home now and tend to the crops.
Good night, Professor. Don't let those tomatoes keep you up too late.
Hey, my tomatoes are serious business. I am not about to be beaten by Zaha Hadid.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I'll be leaving now. Don't stay up too late now, children. I bid you all a good night.
Goodbye.
Take care. Have a safe trip home.
All right. Now, we finally have some us time.
What do you mean, us time?
It's like, oh, finally, my dad is gone. Anyway.
Well, I was talking with Tainari and Kale, and since we all have some free time, we thought we could all go camping together.
Oh my god,
We think of it as
yes!
our way of welcoming you back to Sumeru.
Yeah, yeah, that's cute, that's cute.
Camping? Oh, that sounds fun. Paimon's in.
It's a little family outing. Again. I love these guys.
Wait, no! That's my job! Don't take it away from me. Why don't you and Paimon help out Master or Cyno? You don't have to play the hero when you're out with us. This is your chance to just, you know, laze around and switch off for a bit.
Girl, chill. I just requested to set up a tent. It's fine.
Everyone, let's meet tomorrow afternoon at the riverbank to the southeast of Gandharvaville.
Yeah.
No need to bring anything. We've already packed everything for the trip. Just bring your delightful selves and prepare to have some fun.
It's kind of given they were going to go on a little camping trip and just decided to invite us.
You got it. We'll be there.
Great. Then we'll see you tomorrow.
I love these guys. They're like such an adorable little family. And then with Cyno as Cyrus as a little inclusion. It's so cute. It's so freaking cute. It's so freaking cute. This is what I mean. That Sumeru is like basically the only nation that has this like familial / friend feel to it. I'm gonna keep repeating that because it really, you know, I haven't really thought about it until now. Like I mentioned it like a year or two ago, but like now that I'm really thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, this is like a thing they're doing. Or I don't know if I'd say it's like intentional, but it's definitely like it's a thing with Sumeru, and I really like it. Oh heck yeah, I can get my rewards. Let's do that. Hey Catherine, how you been? Why is it doing this? This is so weird. No, stop. Stop! Stop it! That's so weird. It's like a lag? But it's like a keyboard lag? But it's not like a frame rate lag, it's like... It's taking a while to
Perfect.
process.
It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it.
Wait,
In
wait,
fact,
oh...
I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
Whoa, what's
The
going
only
on?
ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon class commission, right?
Archon class commission. Wait, is this part of the quest?
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting. All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Huh? Then why did you say we were the only ones for the job?
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure,
Okay.
despite attempts by several accomplished and renowned adventurers.
But we're the protagonists, so we're gonna do it fine.
With the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
Okay, okay.
Well, that's us for sure.
Flattery will get you everywhere with Paimon.
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot. If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
What if the missing person is dead?
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing.
What if he's dead?
But the problem is, they don't know the missing person's name.
Oh, that's...
They can only provide information about his general appearance.
Okay. Villages are fairly small. What do you mean you don't know his name?
They're all from the same village, but
Yeah,
they
literally.
don't even know his name?
Literally.
If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission, maybe this missing villager doesn't exist at all. Could it be some sort of a prank or something?
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere. It certainly didn't seem like a joke to them.
Hear me out. What if they're just really, really good actors?
Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs Mora to carry out.
What if they're just really committed?
In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara Village and ask around first. The Adventurers Guild does have some information on hand, but I would say anything you can learn directly from the villagers would be far more reliable. The best way to avoid misdirection is to go to the source.
All right then, let's go! Paimon's starting to get really curious about this whole thing.
Was this part of the... Oh, that's what it is. We're not doing that one this stream. That's it's either for tomorrow or a little later. That's not for this. We're not doing that one tonight, guys. We're doing that one a little later. Anyway, I seem to get my rewards, Catherine. You don't.
Add
No, not
Thank
tonight.
you for completing.
We're not doing that one tonight. Thank you.
Add Astro.
Okay. How long do we wait? We wait till the next day. Alright. 14 something something. That was, yeah. Alright. Let's go camping!
Time
Also,
to set off.
if-
Let's head to the southeast of Gandharvaville and meet up with the others.
Oh yeah, this lag is not ending. That is... that's concerning me. This is so weird. If anybody is watching this either live or a little later... Oh, the lag is bad on the stream. Oh, the lag is bad on the stream. Oh god, okay. Okay, because I was going to say, if any of you guys know what's going on with this keyboard lag, either, like, either live or, like, watching the VOD, can you guys, like, tell me what that is and why is it doing this? Because, like, if it keeps doing this, then it basically becomes unplayable to a point. Okay.
Through me, justice is served.
That was the wrong button. That was the wrong button. Wait, okay. My Kale isn't well built. Because yes, I am building her, but I do have her.
I'll ensure your safety.
But I do have her. I do... I have the child, I have the daughter. And I also have Nahida. We got a little Sumeru cast going on. And Bennett, because he's best boy. Okay. We slowly descend. Oh, look at the little tents!
Wow, you guys are ahead of the game. You set up the tents already.
I'd say we're right about on schedule, actually. We were aiming to have them set up before you arrived.
Nice. There's a giant frog
Traveler,
trying to escape.
Paimon, let's go fishing together. Whatever we catch, we can grill for dinner tonight.
You got it. Dinner's on us tonight.
Alright, so this quest so far is really feeling like a Cyno family outing. That's what it's... When is shit hitting the fan? Because so far it's just been like cute family outings.
I hope I can contribute too. The other Forest Watchers gave me some fishing tips a little while ago. I'm really looking forward to giving them a try.
Oh.
I saw some very appetizing mushrooms in the area, so I gathered a few for us. I'll leave them here along with some fresh fruit.
Wow, camping with a Forest Watcher is the way to go. They think of everything. And even if they don't, they can improvise.
I mean, they do live in the forest.
This is true. I don't think I've ever had a single rough day in this forest.
So, how has everything been going for you?
Oh. Rama. You know, I've been in Fontaine. Let me tell you. I thought Sumeru had some issues. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet, you know. I'm glad to be back, I ain't gonna lie.
Well, there's been some high points and low points, but we've had some unforgettable experiences along the way.
Unforgettable is... it is a word, yes.
I see. Oh, in that case, you should try a Valberry. I bought some from the market this morning.
Like, Takey, you don't understand. You know how like, the fact that you don't have trauma is refreshing. Fontaine was an experience.
A valuable suggestion. Just don't bury your feelings using food.
Cyno, shut up.
All I wanted was to recommend something bittersweet.
Oh. Ooh, the music.
Oh, I have a sudden craving for fruit tea. I'm gonna go fetch some stuff. Bye!
She sure made a run for it.
She's like, nope, ain't dealing with that today, bye. She made a run for it.
Unbelievable. She made a run for it.
Damn!
So Kale chose the path of tactical retreat. Could it be she foresaw what shall soon come to pass?
Oh yes, yes, 100%. I bet you she has witnessed this. Actually, not even betcha. Just witnessed this so many times. She's like, nope.
My dear friend, you know what I am about to say.
It's genius invocation time.
Excellent. A kindred spirit.
Yes.
A great warrior can sense when a duel is nigh.
Hell yeah.
But it looks like we'll get told off if we start playing now.
Bam.
Let's enjoy the nature for a while longer.
Sorry guys, my husband isn't gonna let me play till 6. Birds chirping away, the soothing sound of rushing water. This is nice. No agenda, just to relax and enjoy myself. We haven't relaxed in a long time. And then the next quest that we're going to be playing, oh, we definitely ain't relaxing. The Traveler needs this.
We got a bite!
Oh,
I'll reel it in.
oh, fishing.
Firewood, spices, snacks, and drinks. Everything's ready. Once Kale gets back, we can light up the fire and start grilling.
The statue. Oh, Celestia. Oh, hello. Three tents. With no door thingy. This is so relaxing. It's just so nice to go camping with friends. Oh wow, no, the Traveler. You know what? I was joking when I said, dang, the Traveler's been through like so much stuff that they need a break. You know what? I don't think that's a joke anymore. I think they're being real here.
There are 3 tents. Which one do you two want to take?
How about the one on the left?
Whatever Paimon says.
Well, Paimon just thinks the ambiance here is a little better.
True. But it's also the closest to the water. If there are any sleepwalking fungi around tonight, they might stumble into your tent.
Bro, you literally asked me what tent I wanted. I said I wanted this one. Why are you trying to discourage me from picking this one?
Well, that's no good. Take my weapon. You can use it to bar the entrance.
Anyone would think you were sealing the gates to King Deshret's mausoleum.
Excellent. Then this tent will be an impenetrable fortress.
This man.
I'm back! How's your appetites? Ready for the barbecue?
Always.
Yep, just like I said, so far it's just been cute little family outings. What is stuff hitting the fan? I'm waiting for that.
Oh,
this is really
it
cute,
smells so good. Paimon's drooling.
Someone sure is desperate to eat. I think it's time to add the seasoning. How do you like your skewers? Well done? Medium? Rare?
As a fellow, Hispano, Latina, I like them well done. And a lot of people are like, ew, why would you want them well done? They taste like leather. And I'm like, yeah, it's because you're not cooking it right. When you cook meat well done, it slaps. It's like the best thing in the world. Y'all are just not cooking it right.
Wait, what? Isn't that just for steaks?
Nah, dude.
Hey, if it works for steak, maybe it works for other things too.
Medium well for me.
Okay, these are about ready now then. It'll be a few more minutes for anyone who wants theirs well done.
Oh, I'm gonna dig in. Everyone wolfs down the delicious food.
Oh, that was so delicious. If Paimon's stomach had space, she'd eat 3 more skewers.
I ate a lot too. Here comes the food coma.
If you're tired, then go rest.
You must be getting sleepy too, Paimon. Why don't you guys head to your tents? Cyno and I will clean up.
So there are 3 tents, right? Hear me out. There are 3 tents. Kale has a tent. Us and Paimon have a tent. That means Cyno and Tignari are sleeping in the same tent. Anyway.
Tonight, I show you mercy.
Okay.
Our sacred duel will take place another day.
My god, this man. I love this man.
Good night.
So is the thing gonna happen while we're sleeping?
Paimon's struggling to keep her eyes open.
Because I'm waiting for the plot to
don't
start.
Forget this.
What
The staff of the Scarlet Sands.
Okay. This is so cute though. Oh, this is nice. This is adorable. I like this actually.
Wait, you were actually being serious about that?
Yes.
It's a very powerful weapon. Try it.
This is the thing you need to learn about Cyno. He's joking until he isn't. Anyway.
Paimon can't even lift that thing.
Fair enough. You sure you don't want it?
Yeah, Paimon's sure. We'll be fine. And even if we do get an uninvited guest in the night, Paimon will be here to take care of the traveler.
Come on, you're jinxing things. You're jinxing things. Oh my god, we upgraded from the dull blade. Let's not forget, I have my own trusty sword. A divine artifact, the slayer of countless vile monsters. But this time it's not the dull blade. I forgot what this one was called.
That reminds me of a parting king of invocations. I'll tell you about it tomorrow.
He's such a nerd, guys. He's such a nerd.
But right now, it's time to rest. Sleep well and sweet dreams.
Alright, what's gonna happen now? I'm waiting for the thing to happen. The thing that kickstarts the, like, real plot. These flowers are huge. This camping trip has really relaxed me. I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. The peace and tranquility of the forest, nature's warm embrace, blah blah blah. We go to sleep.
I think they should all be here.
What are they doing? What's Kaveh doing here?
Traveler?
Bro!
Paimon? Are you in there?
What is going
Could you
on?
come outside for a sec?
What is going on? Why is our entire friend group... Okay. Where's Nilu? Nilu's like the last person to show up. And then we have the entire friend group. Oh. Nilu, where are you? We need you to show up. I mean, okay, she's not like a part of the friend group TM, but she was there at the end of the Archon quest. When is Nilu gonna show up? Like, and Candace. We just need them to show up, guys. Oh my god.
Look at this.
Hi, Al-Haytham.
What the? What's this sword doing here? Is it supposed to keep out intruders?
Yes.
Evidently.
Okay, so they've started doing this in Sumeru, but I really, really love these, like, these stills. They're so cool and they're so fun.
Huh? Who is it? Oh, what time do you call this?
Those voices. I recognize them.
Paimon's gonna take out the sword. Yeah!
I'm going back to sleep.
I'll hate them. Kaveh! What are you doing here? It's the middle of the night!
What are you doing here in the middle of the night? That's a good question. Huh? What'd they come all the way out here?
Sorry to wake you up at this hour of the night, but we've got a situation on our hands.
Let's get dressed and talk about it outside.
Oh, you woke up quickly.
Something has come up. And since it pertains to Cyrus and Cyno, I deemed it essential to inform you all.
Okay.
Whoa, back up. Let's start from the beginning.
So we're talking about Cyno behind his back? Guys, I thought you were all friends. Is it gonna crash? Please don't crash. You're loading. I can see you're loading. Porfa. That would make me really, really sad. Okay,
Where'd
okay.
the wine cups go? I could have sworn I left them here after I washed them. Ah, there they are.
We're back to the boys' house.
I'll have a cup too.
Can you see if the cookies are still on the table?
These two, man. These two guys. These two.
They are. And so are the fruits.
Oh, this is so bland. I should have gotten a few bottles of what Cyno's group was drinking last night.
Do tell. What were they drinking?
Oh, right, I forgot to mention. So, I ran into Cyrus yesterday evening when I went to the tavern to pick up some things. He was hosting a dinner for Cyno, Tighnari, Kale, and the Traveler and Paimon. Anyway, they got a bottle of Lombard's new vintage for the table. At least, I think that's what it was. It looked pretty good.
Sounds like they're all tangled up in this.
Huh?
You know what it's about, right? 16-year-old
Oh,
kid
okay.
tried to extort Cyrus. He was asking for 10 million mora.
I heard some people talking about it on the streets, yes. Didn't take them long to catch the culprit. The sages are probably dealing with the case by now.
I wonder what Sir Nephis and the others will make of it. Oh, Cyrus showed me the extortion letter, too. It was crudely written, but the paper had this beautiful pattern on it that
Oh
I've
my
never seen
God.
before. Really caught my eye.
He would focus more on like the aesthetics of the letter than anything.
Give me a sec, I'll sketch it out for you.
I love this man so much.
Okay, done. Take a look. You see what I mean? I don't think I've ever seen writing paper like this around before. God knows where the culprit got it from.
Interesting. These are all motifs associated with the tribes of the desert.
Okay, okay.
What? Really?
Take this, for instance. Looks like an outline of a spire, similar to the kind found on some ancient palaces. And the crisscrossing and mirroring here. I recognize that too.
Okay, okay. Also, is Kaveh sitting on the table?
It bears a striking resemblance to an ancient emblem, one that hasn't been used in a very long time.
Whose emblem is it?
It's the emblem of the Temple of Silence.
Okay, okay. Alright. So there was something else to the letter. Alright. I mean, of course there is. No duh, that's why they brought it up. But it's like, huh, okay. Because like when they showed that the NPC was actually was like guilty, I was like, huh, okay. So when is Sethos appearing? Because I know he's here.
After discussing it with each other, we both agreed that something didn't feel right. So we went looking for you.
The NPC was actually innocent the whole time.
This was a long way to come from the city. Alhaitham figured you were probably with Tighnari, so Gandharvaville was our first stop. But the Forest Watchers told us that you'd gone camping. Then, just as we were heading off to the campsite, we ran into Cyno. He said he was on a supply run. We exchanged a few words, and then he ran off.
Okay.
Hold on. So what's the deal with that emblem you were talking about? The Temple of Silence, you said?
Yeah, yeah.
What is that? Should we be worried?
Something's up, huh? Give me a second. Let me get Kale.
Really, like the travelers here is like, God damn it! I just wanted to have a nice, relaxing time with a cute little family. Do y'all have any idea the stuff I went through in Fontaine, the emotional damage that country has given me? I don't want to do this again. Come on. Poor traveler, they can never get a break. Breaks don't exist.
So you've never heard of the Temple of Silence? Well, to put it simply, it's an organization that has existed in Sumeru for over 1,000 years.
Okay, okay.
These days, you can find a Temple of Silence office in the academia. Theoretically, it's responsible for the custody and disposal of information and documents not fit for public dissemination.
Makes sense. Okay, so confidential stuff.
At least, That's what they tell the outside world.
Okay.
In truth, it's essentially a vestigial institution nowadays. There's an office with their name on it, but it's functionally obsolete.
So really secretive.
Historically speaking, the original Temple of Silence is said to have been established by Hermanubis, one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret and the greatest of all sages.
Gotcha.
Most of the organization's members hailed from the desert.
Makes sense, makes sense.
By contrast, none of the Academia Temple's current members are from the desert region, nor do they use any symbols connected with the desert folk.
Okay, we're getting some lore here. Alright. None of the Academia's temple's current members are from the desert region.
So the Temple of Silence at the Academia is just a fake? Wow.
Well, I'd say it's less of a fake and more like a cover. Yeah, like it's like a, yeah, we have an office. So I think I think it's more like, yeah, they exist, but people don't really know what's actually going on. Well, like they have the office in the Academia as a front, but like the actual thing they're doing is like shrouded in complete mystery. I think like they have it as a, like they have a front so that people don't get suspicious. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's a front. It's a front. It's like a this is what the public thinks we are, but in actuality we're doing like this other stuff in the background. So like I wouldn't say it's a fake per se.
It's possible. The real question is, why? My guess is they're covering something up.
Oh, totally. 100%.
So, how do you know all this? Sounds like some pretty top secret stuff.
I mean, I was the acting Grand Sage for a hot minute, in case you guys forgot. I had access to some of this.
Did you forget? He did a stint as acting Grand Sage.
Literally!
And kept the pay raise even after he resigned.
Bro! Is that evil? Okay, no, it's not evil. It's just like, bruh. Bruh. Bro really said, I don't want to do the work, but y'all paying me the same. I love that this quest, like, every time I make a dumb little comment, the quest is suddenly like, wait, hold up, we gotcha.
Oh, yeah! Paimon did totally forget about that. So you took the chance to read all the top secret documents while you were acting Grand Sage, huh?
I mean, might as well if you have access.
If you're asking me whether I familiarized myself with the documentation in my office, I would respond that that's a perfectly normal part of any job.
I mean, yeah. That's why I'm not surprised. That's just like, yeah.
So much about this doesn't make sense. Why did the emblem of the Temple of Silence appear on a threat letter from an Academia student to Cyrus? The student's only 16, and doesn't have any family ties to the desert. So where could he have seen that emblem, or gotten the paper?
You said you ran into Cyno, yes? Did you tell him what you've just told us?
Yep. He ran off as soon as he heard what we said.
Oh, okay.
Given that Cyrus is involved, he's probably halfway through solving the case by now.
Makes sense.
Still, we should try to catch up with him. At this hour of the night, Cyno will probably go looking for Cyrus at his current residence.
If the Academia's Temple of Silence really does exist just to cover up the truth, the sudden appearance of this emblem can't be good. It's sure to stir up trouble. We should pay a visit to the Academia.
Things are getting sus up here.
Yes. As the Sage of Amorta, my master ought to know the truth about their office. You can ask him to tell you what he knows. The more information we have, the better prepared we'll be for whatever happens there.
If this situation is connected to the real Temple of Silence, the emblem has to be part of a bigger conspiracy.
Yeah, conspiracies, man. That's
Kale,
cool.
could I trouble you to send a message to the Core of 30? Tell them to keep an eye out for Cyno and Cyrus. Traveler, Paimon, you two come with me. We'll go after Cyno.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
Cyrus has been living in the city lately. He rented a place near the field so he can keep an eye on his tomato plants.
Aight.
Then let's go look for him there.
Look at the fruit. So I'm just gonna say this, like, already, we're not even, like, we're still, still technically at the start of Cyno's, story quest here. Or at least I think we are. It feels like we're still technically at the start. Let me just say, we're already learning more about Cyno than we did with the previous one.
Here we are. This is the
I'm just
place.
I'm just gonna say that we already learned way more about him just from these little family outings than we ever did with his first story quest. And I don't hate his first story quest. His first story quest, it's fine. It works. Like, I get what they were trying to do. It's cute. It's nice. We see him on his job. It's nice. But it's one of those things where it has the same problem that so many other character story quests have, that it feels less of an let's learn more about this character and more of a let's tag along with this character as they do their day-to-day things. You know what I mean? But this one, it really is feeling like, no, we're learning about Cyno. Like, we got to meet his dad, basically. Like, we basically got to meet his dad, and we already saw his investigation skills, and we see his relationship with Tignari and Kale, and by extension Kaveh and Alhaitham. Like, it's already doing so much more in such a short amount of time. Like, because the first story quest was basically all about, like, his job as, like, an investigator. And it's like, oh, well, in this one, you already see that he's good at it, because he solves the case, or at least mostly solves the case, pretty well. And then the whole Temple of Silence thing with the whole Herbanumus thing, which, like, Cyno has some of that power in him. Which I don't know if it's mentioned in his, like, profile and his, like, character profile. I don't remember. But it was mentioned in a Windbloom festival and an event, because of course it was. What I'm trying to say is that this quest is already doing way more for his character than the first one. Actually says let him cook. I am.
We might be too late.
I'm praising
Looks
it.
like nobody's home. Oh, Cyno moves fast. If he was here, he's probably long gone by now.
I know that voice.
Oh.
Is that Tainari I hear?
Ah! Professor Zahahadi!
Wow, so it really is you. My goodness, whatever is going on tonight?
Lot.
We're looking for Cyno.
Conspiracy.
So, he's already been here.
Yes, not long ago, in fact. He knocked on my door and asked if I'd seen Cyrus today at all. I told him the old fool left early this morning, and I hadn't heard him come back. So we went to his place, and would you believe it? He's gone. Goodness knows where to. It must have alarmed Cyno, because he took off in an awful hurry after that. He never did explain what this was all about. How serious is it?
Well, from the looks of it, extremely.
Well, if Cyrus isn't at home... Oh, it sure doesn't sound good.
Professor, did you hear that a student recently tried to extort Cyrus?
Why, yes. When I left the house that day, I noticed he was watering his flowers in the field in complete silence. He had a piece of paper clutched in his hand, and he looked lost in thought. I could tell something was troubling him, but he wouldn't tell me what it was. If Cyno hadn't happened to visit him that day, he'd probably still be holding on to that thing. After seeing the letter, Cyno told him to contact the Corps of 30, but Cyrus was very reluctant. He claimed it would only damage his reputation. Eventually, he relented, after much persuasion from Cyno.
Okay.
Huh? Cyrus didn't want to report it? Well, that's strange. When we saw him, he seemed pretty okay with the idea of the kid getting his just desserts.
Things are getting sus.
As a former sage, it's possible Cyrus still has enemies at the Academia. That's why Cyno was so insistent that he report the matter to the authorities. I was there while they were going back and forth over it.
So Cyrus initially hoped to stop this from going public. But why?
I need to continue on with this joke. The poor traveler. They've gone through so many like traumatizing investigations in Fontaine and well, okay, maybe not traumatizing. Emotionally damaging investigations in Fontaine. They come back to Sumeru. They just want to have a nice relaxing time. They just want to chill with Cyno's little family on their little outings. And ah man, wouldn't you know it, stuff is going on. And ah man, there's a conspiracy. And ah man, another investigation that's probably going to cause some emotional damage. He only reported it because Cyno forced him to. Which means Cyrus must know something about the Temple of Silence.
Oh dear, what on earth has that old fool gotten himself wrapped up in? Oh, I do hope he's not in danger. Oh, I almost forgot. Cyno left me this letter to pass on to you. He wrote it when he came by earlier. He realized you might come looking for him.
Thank you.
What does it say? Let Paimon take a look!
Okay. My friends, this is a rather complicated state of affairs. Unfortunately, I cannot disclose more than that. I ask you to understand and accept that I had to act alone at this stage. Don't come after me. Things are getting hella sus. Really sus. Ooh.
My friends, this
Girl,
is
okay,
a
we already read this.
Yep, that sounds like Cyno. Thank you, Professor. Please do not worry. We will do all we can to protect both Cyno and Cyrus. Traveler, Paimon, let's head to the Academia and regroup.
Return to the Academia. Dog, 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 dog. Are you gonna keep... Dog. It's a nice little place. It's a nice little neighborhood. It's pretty cute. These are flowers, eh? Well, it's tomatoes, I'm sorry. The old lady said they were flowers. Little tomatoes. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Alright, it's town. What am I doing up here? What? I wasn't supposed to be down. Dang, okay. We're gonna do this the long way. I think I messed up. I think I picked the wrong teleporter. I'm trying to find it. Oh. Here. Is this the entrance? Is this the entrance? Yes, okay, we're good. Am I in the right place? I should be. Yeah, okay, I'm in the right place. Things are getting sus up here, baby. Temple of Silence stuff. Ooh, Sethos stuff. When is Sethos going to appear? When is my man going to appear? This is so cool. Sumeru is literally like one of the best like designed regions in the whole game. They're so cool.
I thought you were going after... Ah, I guess you lost their trail.
Yes.
We went to Cyrus's house. No one was there. Cyno got there before us, but he was long gone by the time we arrived.
He didn't say where he was going?
Nope.
No, he left us a letter and told us not to go after him.
Things are getting really sus.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Typical Cyno. Anyway, some updates on progress on our end. I drew the emblem from memory again, but in more detail this time.
Okay. First of all, nice drawing. Second of all, damn bro, you got quite the photographic memory.
I checked some ancient texts for a similar design. The one I found was a little blurry, but the similarities in the general form and certain details were clear enough to confirm a match.
Yeah, and we're lucky we found anything at all. It turns out the emblem was all but lost to history. We scoured the entire Academia collection, and that book was the only one with a record of the motif.
I'm sensing some, I don't know what the phrase I was going to say. Some fishy. I mean, they already said conspiracy. They're covering something up. Information hiding, censorship. I don't know. They're trying to hide some stuff.
Meanwhile, Arav managed to get Uraka to disclose his source. The one who told him about Cyrus's embezzled funds was a young man from the desert. According to Uraka, he had a striking presence and was well educated.
Okay, so it wasn't all hoopla. That we know of.
Apparently, the two met in the tavern over a game of cards. The guy claimed to be in the city for business as part of a merchant caravan. Uraka was intrigued when he heard what his new acquaintance had to say, and brought up the idea of extorting Cyrus for Mora. The guy encouraged him to go ahead with it, then handed him some pen and paper to write the letter.
So this is obviously Sethos.
I see. So it could be that this person planted the paper intentionally.
So, how do we find this guy? Did Uraka say where he is?
He doesn't know. He claims not to have seen him since that day in the tavern. The man gave him some tips on how to carry out the extortion, but from then on, Uraka was acting alone.
Nephis and Arav have gone to meet the Core of 30 and review the city's entry and exit records. Also, Nephis admitted that the Temple of Silence in the Academia is just a facade.
Okay.
The true Temple of Silence once came to the rainforest to establish a collaboration with the Academia. But, as time went by, the sages gradually became corrupt and foolish.
Of course, as they do in Sumeru.
The Temple of Silence felt that they could no longer trust the Academia and ended the partnership. They retreated back to the desert about 400 years ago.
Oh damn, okay, it was a while back then.
Ever since its inception, the Temple of Silence has been the guardians of King Deshret's civilization and belief system. They traveled throughout Sumeru, sequestering and guarding any wisdom that posed a threat to the people's livelihoods.
Okay.
At its roots, it was a legitimate and reputable organization whose purpose was to guide people towards the right path.
The Academia of the day knew that the split would damage their reputation if it became a matter of public knowledge. And so, they set up a dummy organization of their own to conceal the truth.
Okay. That's interesting. That's really cool, actually. Well, like, that's interesting. Cool lore.
Not only that, but they managed to keep up the charade for hundreds of years!
Honestly, considering the stuff the Academia does, like, that ain't even surprising. Like, during the Sumeru days, like, when Sumeru was out, was, like, the new hot thing, and, like, their story quests were coming out. Like, I had, like, a running joke to myself that's like, let me guess, the villains are the Academia. Yup, it's always them.
So how did Cyrus become acquainted with the true Temple of Silence if they left centuries ago?
Okay. Let me try to, like, recap for the sake of my sanity. So to recap, it's a secret... Okay, they seemed to not have been a secret organization yet. They seem to be originated as, like, a legitimate organization specifically on matters pertaining to King Deshret. Like keeping up, like, Deshret records and knowledge and probably, like, rituals and belief systems. And they partnered up with the Academia. Stuff was going on. They defected from the Academia and basically retreated into, like, their own little thing. And, like, 400 years later, they seem to be kind of like a secret, like a secret organization now. Battlelore says hi! Hello! Welcome to the stream! Hi! We're doing a Cyno second story quest and having a lot of fun with it. So, yeah, okay. Seem to have been legitimate organization, joined the Academia, defected, and basically retreated into shadows. And Cyrus has to do with that. And Cyno, obviously knows what's going on, at least somewhat. And Sethos is involved.
I'll bet that's the question that bothered Cyno. Probably why he went after him in such a rush.
Whoever is behind this, getting Uraka to extort Cyrus was only the first step of the plan. Their true goal in doing so was for Cyrus to see the emblem on the letter.
He must have recognized it right away. That'll be why he didn't want to involve the authorities. He probably hoped to take care of the whole thing by himself. Unfortunately for him, Cyno had other plans.
Since the desert is where the Temple of Silence originated, that is in all likelihood where Cyrus went.
I have to go after him.
I have to save my husband.
Really? Are you sure that's a good idea, with how you respond to the heat? Why don't we send someone else?
I should be fine, as long as I bring plenty of water. Besides, I just can't shake this ominous feeling that if we don't catch up to them soon...
Something bad's gonna happen to him.
Everyone, I have news from the Core of 30.
Oh, Battlelore says, "Oh, this is the character you were drawing from your Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared video I was watching. I was watching that last night a bit." And yeah, hello chat. Cyno? Yeah, it's Cyno. I'm like technically playing him right now. You'll see him when we go back to the gameplay.
Master!
My god, dude! I'm sorry. Okay, where's my mouse? I just noticed that he has the same stupid goddamn haircut that Tignari has. And you know Tignari copied his haircut. You know that. Oh god, come on, bro. Look, Cyno makes sense because Cyrus raised him.
Oh, so that's Nafis, Tainari's master? Oh, we're finally getting to meet him in person.
Hello?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Traveler in
man,
Paimon.
Stupid freaking glasses. Stupid freaking haircuts. Sorry, I need to bully this. I need to bully this man. Let me just... Okay. We can go.
Several independent eyewitnesses have reported seeing Cyrus and Mahamatra Cyno leaving the city at different times. Both were heading in the direction of Caravan Rebot. I was going to suggest that you join forces with the Core of 30 in this case. However, as I'm sure you've already heard from Alhaitham and Kaveh, the Temple of Silence is involved. The Academia has made a number of decisions throughout history that I am ashamed to talk about. It may well be that no better choice was available to them, but those actions are nonetheless a stain on our legacy.
Yeah, Academia has a pretty rough history. Battlelord says, "Lol, the glasses remind me of a certain character."
I won't attempt to make you understand the Academia's perspective. Now is the time for action.
I understand where you're coming from, Master. But I'm afraid the situation might be more complicated than we thought. I think we need to keep a low profile, or risk making things worse.
Good point. If Cyrus is involved with the other side, or worse, if he's fallen into their hands, and... everyone, we have to get Cyrus and Cyno back safely. We cannot afford to lose them.
Need our help? Whatever you need, we got you covered.
Really? Wonderful. You have my most sincere gratitude. Arav and I will continue to follow up on the lead from Uraka. Kaveh, Scribe Alhaitham, I'd like to ask you to cover the duties of the House of Dana. Tainari, you are planning to go into the desert, correct?
Yes.
I am. Kaveh, I'll be okay. You stay behind to help Master and Alhaitham.
Well, if you're sure... Okay. But be careful.
Thank you all. Arav, let's go.
Desert time.
You'd better get moving. Don't forget to ask for help when you need it.
Will do. Let's go, Tainari. Hopefully we can catch up with Cyno before it's too late.
Knowing him, he's probably covered a fair distance already. But we still have a shot. Let's take it.
You know, oh, this is it. Cyno. He is, or actually I think it'd be better if I just go here. This is him. Cool little Anubis-inspired guy. His design is so freaking cool. Like, when I saw his design, I was like, You're so cool. I like you already. You're so. I mentioned this when I started the stream, but Cyno is like literally one of the first characters to have even like publicly been shown in Genshin. No, stop it. His character was like pretty much one of the first that was like publicly shown. Like he appeared in the manga, webcomic, whatever you call it, that came out in 2018. Like, and he was shown as like the Sumeru poster child in one of the one of the very first trailers. Like like he was one of like the first that was like really publicly shown. If only they did a better job with his goddamn kid, but like we're not talking about that. We're talking about the story. We're talking about the story. All right. Caravan Rebot. Caravan Rebot. Let's go. Oh, I was gonna say, with Tignari being like, guys, I'm gonna be fine. Like, as long as I bring plenty of water, the desert's gonna be okay. I'm sitting here like, realistically, my guy, you live in a hot area. Like, the rain. Last time I checked, rainforests aren't chilly. They're pretty hot as well. They're just a they're just a humid heat. Not
Okay, we made it to
Bruh.
Caravan Rabat. Where should we go next? Maybe we should ask the nearby guards if they've seen anything.
Hari and the gang sends Cyno is hot.
Hold on. Look over there.
Is that
Day on Candace?
Dia?
It's Day on Candace.
You sure you want to brave the desert alone? I mean, it's your choice at the end of the day, but still.
It's not my first time. I'll be fine.
Dude, I go to the desert all the time, dude. Like,
Cyno.
If you're really going to go through with this, then at least take our advice. When you're packing for your trip, budget for 5 days more than you plan to spend out there.
Makes sense. Okay, I'll go get ready.
Thought we might find you here. You're trying to retrace Cyrus's steps, aren't you?
he's like, God damn it, I appeared. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the Candace and Dea have appeared. Okay, let me say it again. This is what I mean when I say that Sumeru is one of the only regions in Teyvat that actually feels like they're in a friend group. Cause, like, this is Cyno's story quest. Like, it really should only pertain to him. But we're getting the entire Sumeru cast because they all know each other and they're all part of each other's lives. And it's really, really nice. Anyway. Hari and the gang says, does Cyno even wear shoes? No.
Didn't I tell you not to come after me? I thought
Well,
I
we
had
did.
a good lead on you.
Well, sorry, but we never agreed to that. Why would you go off on your own like this?
Nothing personal. It's just a complex situation. And I'd rather not involve anyone else if I can help it.
Well, lucky for you, Cyno, I am the Traveler. I am Borbitusk. I am the Queen of Overly Complicated.
Takes a special kind of person to get Cyno chasing them all the way out to Caravan Rebot. But why so coy today, huh? You only gave us his age and description. Why can't you reveal his name? Is he Sumeru's most wanted or something?
Do you know his name?
Oh, also, hey guys, it's been a while.
Hey!
Dia and Candace! So nice to see you. Actually, seeing all of our friends is the whole reason we're here.
You're looking well. Glad to see it.
Thanks.
Candace and I came to Caravan Rebot on business. We ran into Cyno as he was asking about some elderly gentleman's whereabouts. Some people say they saw him. Guess he stood out as an older guy heading into the desert alone with just a sumpter beast in tow and very few supplies. That's gotta be one heck of a story there.
Sus.
Cyno, it's okay if you can't tell us anything about the case. But let us know how we can support you.
We're your friends.
We're here to help however you need. The more people we have working on this, the quicker we'll be able to find the person you seek.
No, it's not that simple. If I'm right, he'll be doing everything he can to avoid us.
We spoke with Zaha Hadid. From what she said, it's pretty clear that he wants to try and solve this on his own. It won't be easy trying to find him in the desert when he's deliberately trying to cover his tracks.
Sounds like this is far more complex than we imagined.
Still, if he started from Caravan Rebot, the chances are that his route took him past our village. You may as well ask if anyone there has seen him.
Makes sense.
My thanks to you both. Once this is resolved, I will find a way to repay you.
Ah, come on. No need to get all serious. Just buy a round of drinks next time we're all in the city or something.
That's a deal.
All right, so, you all set?
Yes, we'll handle it from here. Thank you again for your help. I don't take it for granted.
So sweet. That's so sweet. You can tell that Cyno is not used to people helping him. Well, I mean, it's mostly because he doesn't want people to help him, but he appreciates it when it does, which is so sweet, because he used to be so cold towards people back during the Sumeru quest when you first meet him, and then after all of the stuff that went on, he became friends with them. It's so sweet. It's so sweet.
All right, then we'll leave you to it. Just remember, if you change your mind and need some reinforcements, we'll be here.
And don't think you'd be imposing. You can depend on us.
Don't worry, we'll keep him out of trouble.
What do you got to say?
Cyno should count himself lucky that the Traveler and Tighnari got here when they did. What was he thinking, trying to play the lone hero?
Bro, you met him during this Sumeru quest. He's always been trying to play the lone hero. It's just that this is the first time he has people who actually give a damn.
The desert tests the character of all who enter it, and only those with wisdom and courage shall prevail. But take heart. With his companions by his side, no harm will come to Cyno.
I love that everyone is just so worried about him. Alright, our village, because we ain't walking all that way. I mean, I can walk all that way, but you guys would get bored. Okay, black screen.
Hold on.
Hello?
There's a few things I'd like to clear up.
What is going on, dude?
Go on.
So, after you left the campsite, we had a longer talk.
Oh? Hari, the head...
Clearly, we've
wait,
only
wait.
scratched the surface of the Temple of Silence question. It doesn't surprise me at all that the one in the academia is a fake.
Oh, so you don't know. Okay. But Cyno clearly knows something. Hari and the gang says, someone buy Cyno some Crocs. Just get him some Crocs, guys. The man needs some shoes. Give him some shoes.
Do you have any connection with the Temple of Silence?
Oh, it's the big question. Here's the second big question. Does Cyno know?
I do. I trust you're all aware of the spirit that gives me my power. Hermanubis, the original founder of the Temple of Silence.
I trust you guys have played the Windbloom Festival that occurred like a year or two ago for a limited time, because if you did, then you would already know this information. If you did not, and you're not that big of a Cyno fan, screw you, this is new to you. This is new, and they're going to pretend that it's not.
Due to my unique constitution, I was put through a number of trials in the desert when I was younger.
Hey, don't put any
Later,
spoilers
I
here.
met the professor, and he brought me to Sumeru City.
Shoot, I wasn't paying attention. Wait, due to my unique constitution, I was put through a number of trials in... Okay. So you did have some... So you did spend some of your childhood in the desert, which, I mean, like, makes sense. Okay, I say this, Cyno asks Candace if sandstorms are normal in the desert, right? And I thought that was a very weird question because I thought Cyno was from the desert because like look at him, right? Uh, and then I kind of thought like, oh well, maybe like I mean he's clearly like descended from people who come from the desert because I mean look at him. But then I thought, okay, maybe he just didn't grow up in the desert. Maybe that's the case. And then with the whole like Cyrus being like adopting him and stuff like that, I was like, oh, okay, so I was right. He grew up in the rainforest, not in the desert. So that's why the desert is a bit of a like, nah, for him. But okay, so he did spend some of his childhood before he met Cyrus. How old was it?
It's a good thing that Kaveh noticed the emblem on the letter. Without that, I don't know if we would have connected the dots and realized there was more to this case than mere extortion.
Thank God that Kaveh is such an out-of-it, autistic, depressed architect that he focused more on the design drawn on the paper than the actual letter itself.
I did not recognize that symbol at all. Whether that's because I've never seen it, or because my memory fails me, it's hard to say.
Yeah, you're right. Thank goodness for Kaveh, and for Alhaitham's diligence during his time as acting Grand Sage.
But Cyrus must have recognized it right away, right? Otherwise, he wouldn't have had any qualms about you reporting it. Oh, maybe his connection to the Temple of Silence goes even deeper than yours.
I suspect so too. Professor has never once mentioned the Temple of Silence in conversation. And whenever the conversation turns to Hermanubis and the concept of spirit indwelling, he avoids going into any depth.
Oh yeah, he definitely knows something and just didn't want to, like, say much.
Well, speaking of avoiding things, you do realize, don't you, now that we've caught up with you, you're stuck with us for the rest of the way.
Also, I noticed that there is this NPC that's just been, like, awkwardly standing here.
I am aware. And I have accepted it.
Yay, friendship!
Or rather, I don't see how I could manage to ditch you en route, so I might as well accept that you're coming with me.
Yay, friendship!
That's right. Fact is, we're coming with you whether you like it or not, so the best option now is to try to look out for each other. Ha!
You can't get rid of us.
Fair enough. Then at least let me buy you a drink once we're back in the city.
Works for me. All right, off we go. Let's start by seeing what the guards here can tell us.
Hello.
Mahamatra Cyno?
I'm looking for someone, so I'd like to confirm any recent foot traffic in and out of Aru Village.
A man matching that description passed by Aru Village not too long ago. He stopped by to load up on food and water and feed his sumpter beast, then he was on his way.
Where was he going?
Let me think. He took a seat by the entrance of the village for a while, and had a brief chat with the person who came to deliver the water. He said he was headed somewhere near an oasis, but he didn't mention which one. Do you have a map? I can mark out the direction he was heading and the best routes to any nearby oases.
I have one. Mark away.
Great. There you go.
Thank you so much. You were a great help.
You've got a really good memory.
Ah, you're quite welcome. Just doing my job. Best of luck. I hope you find him soon.
There's no voices. Oh, shoot, okay. I think we accidentally started another quest. We're just gonna... Wait, I'm not sure if we can call it Did Growing Up. Ah, this is the sequel one from the Golden Slumber quest. No! So that's what you were doing here! No! Get out! Get out! Leave! I'll play you later. Yeah, I know golden slumber stuff. No! Get out of here! Leave! Oh my god. Okay. Just let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Please. Yeah. I know. I accidentally started one of the world quests. I'll do that later one day. Probably not on stream though, but like, no. We're back to this one. We're still with this one. Head to the oasis. Okay. So that's what the random academia guy was doing there. I was like, what's he doing there? I don't remember him being there. Oh, this one, I guess?
A familiar sight.
Familiar sight indeed. Okay, this might be one of, a big hot take when it comes to the Genshin fandom. But I like the desert. I really like the desert. I think the desert is cool, and yeah, I think the exploration is really fun. That's like a genuine I think that's like an actual hot take in the fandom, but I genuinely think the desert
The sunshine will
is
eventually
like
illuminate every hidden corner.
I'm not gonna be like delusional and say, oh, it's like one of the best places in the game or anything like that. But me personally, I really love the desert. I think it looks so pretty and it's so cool. And it kind of makes me sad that a lot of people hate it.
I see some people over there.
There he is! Right there!
Do you think it's safe to ask them what they know?
Should be. I'll go.
Oh.
No. I'll do it.
Husbands, literally. Literal husbands.
Huh? Why can't Cyno go talk to them? What difference does it make?
Given my background, appearance, and the way I dress, I might not be the most welcome visitor here. Just in case, it's probably better to let a more neutral party handle things.
What, is it because you look like Anubis? Or is it because you're half naked? Like, what?
Ah, hello there. I hope I'm not interrupting. My friend and I are looking for an elderly man who's gone missing around these parts. Any chance I could ask you a couple of questions?
Anyway, oh my god, it's Sethos! Hello!
Oh, a missing person, huh? Sure. What do you want to know?
I'm just wondering if you've seen him. Let me give you the details.
So, a silver-haired guy in a long robe, culture type with thoughtful eyes, and he's traveling alone.
Yep. Cyno's like literally watching right there.
He'd stand out like a sore thumb around here.
I love it. Carefree desert dweller.
Yeah, sounds like the kind of guy we'd remember if we saw him.
He's looking behind me.
Yeah. Maybe we should have been hiding behind some rocks or something.
Uh-oh. That guy's looking our way.
Oh, he's looking directly at you, dude.
Your friend over there stands out a lot, too. Hey, aren't you Cyno, the General Mahamatra?
Oh, and he's also kind of famous. I kind of forgot that part. Yeah, that too.
Yes, that's me.
You don't seem surprised that I recognized you.
It wouldn't be the first time.
I mean, the General Mahamatra. I mean, you know. That's not a hidden title or anything.
Oh, you're the one looking for the old man who's gone missing, aren't you?
I have a bad feeling about this guy.
Like, I don't like this.
Someone's on edge. You don't trust me much, do you? No need to hide it. I understand why you're wary of us. Still, you came to us asking for help. Do you want it or not?
I love this interaction between the two. It's so, like, tense.
I thought you were a group of merchants. Seems I was mistaken.
Your henchmen don't look like much, but something tells me they put up a better fight than most mercenaries.
Hey! Hear that, guys? You're my henchmen now.
Suits me, as long as I get paid for it.
As long as I get cash.
Just cut to the chase already. I'm running out of patience.
Alright. Come with me. All of you.
Where are you taking us?
Don't you want to find your friend?
Oh, that's so sus. That's so sus.
Silver-haired, long-robed, culture type with thoughtful eyes? Sounds like there's a whole other side to Cyrus I didn't know about.
So you know where he is?
Just follow me. I'll take you to him.
He's running. The guy's running. Wait, let me take this little photo thingy. Let me take it. There we go. Okay, I can follow you now. Follow the mysterious person. Dude, I loved that interaction. Okay. I'm trying to find what's the word for it. I mean, I guess tense, but like... The word of the day for this stream is sus. It's sus. It's odd. It's like... Ooh,
Here.
It's weird. I love it.
What? Where are you looking? There's nothing here!
Please, step back.
Ooh, something's coming out of the ground!
Oh? Do y'all have some, like, cloaking tech? Ooh, okay.
What is this enormous building doing here?
And how was it so well hidden? King Deshret's technology?
Most likely.
Wait, so... Hold on, who are you guys really?
The Temple of Silence.
Is this the Temple of Silence? So you're a member?
All good questions. There'll be plenty of time to address them later.
Enter the mysterious area. Ooh. Alright. Enter. So is it like a domain, or is it like another part of the map, or is it like its own map? What is it? What is it?
This is not what Paimon was expecting to find in the desert, especially not hidden right next to an oasis.
Yo. Okay, that looks dope. That's cool.
Ooh, Paimon's scared. They must have kidnapped Cyrus. Do you think this is the guy Raka met in the tavern?
Yep, most likely. Yep.
What's wrong? Thinking about your professor?
This guy.
I just hope for your sake you haven't done anything you might regret.
Me too. Hope I haven't done anything to incur your wrath.
Talk to the mysterious person. Where is he? Where is he? Where's the guy? He probably went forward. Oh yeah, no, he went forward, yeah. This is so cool. This is what I mean. This is what I mean when I say, like, I love the desert and I do love to explore it. Like, it's kind of a hot take in the Genshin community because a lot of people really hate the desert, but I love it. I love it a lot. It's one of my favorite, like, regions. Wait, are you also barefoot? Hold up. Hold up. You are! You are as well. Little cosplayer, you. So cool. Alright, you can run, dude. Come on. Where are you? Oh. Okay. Does it open? Whoa, okay. Nice, nice, nice. Giant pillar thingy. Are these books? They are books. Oh.
All right. You can wait here for now. I'll inform our leader that you've arrived at the Temple of Silence. Sit tight until he comes to greet you.
So he's just gonna leave us here unattended?
Yes.
Maybe we're not being kidnapped after all.
They can't have been at the Oasis by chance. They were waiting for us. Whoever the leader is here, they were obviously counting on us showing up.
Cyno. That's what it feels like to me. I mean, I think that's pretty obvious.
So this is the Temple of Silence. After leaving the rainforest, they hid themselves here?
Hey, look! That guy's coming back.
Don't worry. Someone will come and call for you soon.
What's your name?
Please, at least tell us what to call you.
Sorry, guess I was so delighted to see you, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Sethos. I'll be here if you need me, but I'm not planning on answering all of your questions. Other than that, you can occupy yourselves however you see fit.
So we're free to explore by ourselves?
Yes.
Yep. I mean, I'm not worried about you running off. Cyrus is here. And unless I've misunderstood, you're all quite anxious to see him again.
He's right. Well, if we've got some time, we might as well take a look around.
Wait for a bit and talk to everyone. Hey, how are you guys doing?
I never imagined that the true Temple of Silence would be hidden somewhere like this. We've passed through these parts before, but never noticed anything.
That's King Deshret's technology for you, I guess. It borders on the miraculous. Amazing to think that it's been preserved intact all this time.
We should be wary of our hosts. Still, at this point, we can be confident that the professor is safe and sound, so that's something.
Right, and what about you? What do you guys say?
Hey, Sethos! Have you got some time to chat?
Hey dude, how you been?
Sure. Although, I'm assuming by chat, you mean you have questions for me? I don't blame you. Anyone else would.
So, you get a lot of people asking you questions?
Not often. The Temple of Silence is a place of quiet and solitude. We don't get too many visitors.
Oh, we're doing this thing. Oh, this is actually kind of perfect. Okay. Temple of Silence, we don't get too many visitors. Yeah, I kind of guessed. Yeah, makes sense. You were the one who tricked Raka, right?
Yes, that was me. Although, tricked is a stretch. He was asking everyone in the tavern about ways to make some easy money. He insisted that nothing was off the table, even if it broke the law. So, I told him that Cyrus had embezzled a large sum of mora from the desert.
So you framed Cyrus for a crime that he did not commit?
Whoa. When did I say I frame him?
No. That's not entirely true. Let me jog your memory. The letter just said that he had uncovered Cyrus's secret. It didn't say what secret that was.
Did you tell him to use that wording?
Of course. Raka was a great accomplice, really. Very cooperative with a little bit of wine in him. Did exactly what he was told. And not much of an original thinker, though. It doesn't surprise me that he struggles academically.
Very, okay, wait, I'm trying to find the word for it. Very seedy this guy is. This guy's very seedy. He's, like, very manipulative.
Why did Cyrus leave for the desert as soon as he received the letter?
You'll have to ask him that one yourself. Certain things I can't answer for him. I'm neither judging nor defending him. All you need to know is that he recognized our emblem, and it was his own choice to take the bait.
Do you know Cyno? Because it really seems like you do. But Cyno doesn't seem to know you.
What kind of question is that? He's the General Mahamatra. Everyone in Sumeru knows who he is.
Well, yeah, no shit, but I mean, like, do you know him?
Right, but back at the Oasis, you can't have known who he was for sure, or you wouldn't have asked him. So, what we're really asking is, have you never seen him in person before?
I've lived in the desert my whole life. Guess you could say I've never had the pleasure.
Ugh, why does Paimon feel like this guy's not being straight with us?
Come on, we've only just met. If I give you all the answers up front, you'll have nothing left to look forward to.
Peaky little dude. Have you ever been to the academia?
Nope, not once.
Okay, hey.
Really?
I have no need to go there. Not when the taverns are full of the Urakas of this world.
Jesus.
Besides, we're well aware of what goes on at that place.
I mean, makes sense. That makes sense. But it's like, dang, okay. Okay. It's like, nah, he's more than just a little manipulator. A little attention seeker. Well, okay, look at that. That's the wrong phrase. I didn't say that right. Information seeker. I don't know why I said attention. Information seeker, the dude is. Are you saying you have spies inside the city?
Spies? It's not as clandestine as that. The city gates are wide open. Anyone's free to walk in. You can find out all you need to know just by walking around town and hearing the word on the street.
Makes sense, makes sense. You were the one... Oh, okay. That's all I wanted to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
Ah, here he is.
All of the texture is loading in. Full of books? A lot of books. Cool little library. Did it burn down as well in the past?
Grandfather, the person you wish to see is here.
Well done, Sethos.
Hmm.
Greetings, one and all. I am Ba Moon, the current leader of the Temple of Silence. I know why you are here, and I thank you for your patience. Bring him out.
Yeah, he is.
Professor!
Cyrus, are you okay?
Ah!
Watch what you're doing!
Oh, my apologies. We have no intention of causing you distress. But you must understand, Cyrus is of great importance to us. We had to find a way to bring him back to us. Cyrus owes me his life, and to the Temple of Silence, he owes a debt of gratitude. I let him go a long time ago, but now, The time has come to demand payment.
Okay, okay.
I wanted to end my feud with this old bag of bones before you caught up with me. But you got here so quickly. Just leave, Cyno. This is a matter between us two old men. You're all too young to get involved.
So that's why you didn't want to report the letter. You'd made up your mind to come here from the beginning. You only left in such a hurry to try and throw us off your trail.
Some things in life catch up with you, no matter what you do. You shouldn't have come. That alone brought the others.
Is that like the message of the story? Like, some things just kind of catch up to you eventually?
Cyno didn't make us do anything. We came here for the same reason he did. To rescue you. We'd appreciate you telling us the truth. Otherwise, it seems a little unfair on everyone who had to stay behind.
My secrets are secret for good reason.
Good point.
Bringing them to light can only lead to misfortune.
You're afraid, aren't you? You can't bring yourself to speak of your past deeds to the students you nurtured as if they were your own children. You recognized our emblem because for many years you lived among us. Indeed, you all but became one of us. You knew as soon as you saw the letter that we, not Uraka, were the ones speaking to you. It threatened you only because you know what you did. Your own guilt convicted you. For you, Cyrus, are a traitor. You once shared your learning with us, and joined us in our mission to revive the might of Hermanubis.
Wait.
To bring new hope, new opportunity.
Hold up, hold up.
But then, you betrayed us. You bargained for your independence with your past contributions. And then you left, taking with you Hermanubis' might and the wielder of his power. We both know what I said to you that day. That as the leader, I grant you permission to leave, but that one day, the sands of time will catch up with you. And when that day comes, you must pay the price you owe.
That is so cool. With the music and the shots and the... Look, okay, hold up, okay, so before I continue. So what I am assuming they are talking about is that Cyno and Sethos, because I know Sethos also has at least some of Hermanubis' power, that both Cyno and Sethos, but in this case Cyno, was used for the whatever the heck the Temple of Silence was doing, and Cyrus was a part of it. And I'm going to assume that Cyrus felt really, really bad, so he decided to take Cyno to the city, to Sumeru City, and live with him. And the Temple of Silence has never really gotten over that.
You really know how to hold a grudge.
Hermanubis' might? And the wielder of his power?
Does he mean you?
Professor, anything to say?
Does Cyno... well, does he know? Because they made it clear he was really young.
The moon is right. I came here once before. They rescued me from the brink of death once, many years ago in the desert. When he learned that I was a scholar, he invited me to come here and revive the might of Hermanubis together. It was a great, daring plan, and one shrouded in secrecy.
Okay.
The Temple of Silence had been bereft of Hermanubis for too long. The strength of its faith and its warriors were waning. Bamoon proposed that we implant bar fragments, shards of Hermanubis, into the bodies of suitable vessels.
Okay.
If the experiment was successful, the spirit of Hermanubis would then dwell within the vessel.
Okay.
Many believers volunteered themselves for the experiment. But we soon discovered that the bodies of grown adults could not withstand Hermanubis's power. In the end, Bamoon offered his own adoptive grandson.
Adopted, you say?
One other child was identified as a suitable vessel.
Okay.
And his parents agreed to release him into our custody.
Okay.
In exchange for a small fortune.
Oof.
These
damn.
two children were our only hope for hosting Hermanubis's power.
Oh, that's sad, actually. That's really sad. Okay, okay. So Balmoon's grandson, well, adopted grandson, is Sethos, obviously. But Cyno was like the other. And his parents literally sold him. Damn. For, yeah, a small fortune. Damn, they literally sold him for cheap. Ah, that's rough, buddy. That's rough, man. Damn.
For many years, the Temple of Silence had been in possession of 2 Ba fragments from Hermanubis. As remnants of his raw power, they were exceedingly rare treasures. The test subjects were sent into a room that had been prepared for the ceremony, and instructed to approach the Ba fragments, whose power had been amplified. If, after some time, this power did not repel them, this would mean that they were suitable vessels.
Whoa, hold up. I like blanked for a moment. Okay. The test subjects were sent into a room that had been prepared for the ceremony and instructed to approach the Ba fragments, whose power had been amplified. If, after some time, the power did not repel them, this would mean that they were suitable vessels. Okay, okay.
The original plan was for a 3-stage experiment: resonance, implantation, and recovery and observation.
Okay.
The resonance stage went quite smoothly for both candidates. As the 2nd stage began, I realized a decision had to be made. Should we implant the fragments one at a time? This would allow us to monitor the results after the first round and adjust our plan accordingly. Or alternatively, we could implant each fragment in a different vessel at the same time and compare their effects.
Alright, alright.
But as I was deliberating, both Ba fragments suddenly became active. They glowed with a light we had never seen before. I knew that if they were not implanted right away, they would disintegrate and be gone from the world for good. Our 2 vessels had both displayed great promise by successfully resonating with the fragments. Under the circumstances, the thought of implanting both fragments into the same vessel seemed out of the question.
Okay, makes sense, makes sense.
To preserve our faith and our power, we implanted each of them with a single fragment.
Alright.
Ultimately, I ended the experiment and left, taking one of the children with me.
Okay, so it is exactly what I thought.
In recognition of your past contributions, I chose not to send someone to hunt down and kill you both. Your lives were spared, but I have paid a great price for your betrayal ever since. I have always wanted to see you, Cyno.
Oh my god.
Losing you and your Ba fragment dealt us a devastating blow. We've been in decline ever since you left.
I see. So that's how I gained my power.
Look, in essence, I borrowed your Ba fragment for a decade or so. And now you are seeking justice. If you want to take my life, then so be it. I'm an old man now anyway. But you cannot lift a finger against Cyno. He is the General Mahamatra. Your actions would be seen as a declaration of war against the Academia.
He is my son.
I'm sure you don't remember anymore, dear Cyno, but you've met us all before. You were so young then, when we all gathered around and celebrated the revival of our Lord. You and he, Sethos, you were our final hope.
Wait, okay. I had a thought, but I'll say it later.
You'd like me to return my power?
As a follower of Hermanubis, I have allowed this power to remain in the rainforest for far too long. Now, it is time to reclaim it.
That power is not yours to reclaim. Cyno was chosen by the gods. You cannot take what they have bestowed.
I mean, yeah, good point. That's a pretty good point. You made it pretty clear that Herbert Numis didn't just accept any vessel.
You are wrong. Cyno was chosen, but he was not the only one. My child, Sethos, has the same gift as he.
Yeah, but like, you know, he still chose him, you know?
So those are your terms for freeing the professor?
Despise me all you want. My sins are my own. The Temple of Silence is an innocent party. It is because of my foolishness all those years ago that the Temple's glory has waned. And now I must take responsibility for the decision I made back then.
You know, I respect that. I respect that. That's respectable. You know, he's honest.
So what you're saying is, the power of one Ba fragment is not enough? You're asking me to return the one in my possession, so it can be implanted in him instead?
Wait, but wouldn't that kill him, though?
Divine power causes great suffering to those who wield it. How do you know that Sethos would be able to withstand it?
He is no longer a small child. But regardless, this burden is ours to bear. And your objections mean little, given that you turned your back on us long ago.
Arthur fist meme.
Both my heart and mind are telling me that what you are proposing is a terrible idea. However...
if it means freeing my dad...
Don't listen to him, Cyno. That power is no more yours to give than it is his to take. You have to understand.
I know. But if this is a question of your freedom versus a fragment of power, then there is nothing to debate.
Also, if you kind of think about it, how often or how necessary is Herbanumis's power in Cyno? Because he already has an electrovision, you know what I mean? He already has an electrovision, so it's not like he's powerless. Just thought.
Sorry to interrupt, but in my view, there are a number of contentions here that still need addressing.
Of course, of course.
Say that Cyno refuses to return his power, and you also refuse to release Cyrus. Then, we are at an impasse. I find it hard to believe that you went to all this effort without planning for that possibility.
Thank you, Tignari, for being a freaking nerd.
You're trying to gauge where we stand while keeping your remaining cards close to your chest. Well, my stance is, put the rest of your cards on the table. Then we can have a discussion.
Wait, those ears. So, we have a descendant of the Valukashuna in our midst.
Okay.
Splendid. Fate smiles upon us after all.
Oh?
Everything we have longed for, Hermanubis will provide. Perhaps this very day we'll...
Did he die? Okay, no, he's not dead. Okay.
Why is he coughing so much? He looks like he's in really bad shape.
Uman's condition is critical. He must have been forcing himself to act strong. His eyesight must be failing him too. Otherwise, he would have noticed Tignari's ears right away.
Bamoon, you...
Bamoon, whoops.
Take our leader back to his room.
Sethos, you must...
Grandfather, I know what you wish to say. Leave this in my hands. I don't like to drag out conversations, so I'll just cut to the chase. Had Cyrus not stopped the experiment all those years ago, the plan would most likely have been a success. The wisdom of Hermanubis would have been ours. Still, it's no use talking about what-ifs. We cannot change the past. I'm not like my grandfather. The Temple of Silence has a grand legacy and a sacred duty to fulfill. So it's somewhat inevitable for the leader to have an inflated sense of self.
Like these two. I like these two. Like, they're honest, you know? Like, they're like, yeah, this kind of stuff happens. Whoops.
But I see things a little differently. I don't believe the temple has the same stature that it once did. Time has worn away at its prestige and changed things almost beyond recognition. So I'm not going to force your hand. You're all free to leave. Except for Cyrus. My grandfather gave him his chance once, and now I'm giving the rest of you yours.
You have courage and wise judgment, kid. Reminds me a lot of Bamoon in his younger years. I truly wish that the temple would take an objective look at the academia of today. You've been to the city yourself. I'm sure you've seen that much has changed for the better.
And it's improved.
And things will only continue to improve. Why not consider cooperating with the academia once more?
If you hadn't betrayed my grandfather, I might well be open to persuasion. But it's a bit too late for that now, Cyrus.
Tighnari made a good point earlier. He said there has to be more to your plan than this, and I agree. All you and Bamoon are after is the Ba fragment. The professor will accept whatever fate you deem fit for him out of a sense of guilt. I am the one who has a choice to make. And that's how it was always going to be.
Makes sense, yeah.
Ultimately, you want to trade the Ba fragment for the professor, correct?
I'm glad to see you're giving it some serious consideration.
I won't forsake my professor, nor do I intend to run from a problem that I must face sooner or later. Give me one night to make my decision.
That works. Then I'll be waiting to hear your verdict, Cyno. Oh, my grandfather still has a fair few things he wants to say to Cyrus, so I'll be escorting him back now.
Are you sure about negotiating with him?
Yes.
I need to think this through. Everyone, let's meet again later tonight. Until then, take some time for yourself.
Alright, well, don't put too much pressure on yourself, Cyno. If you need any help working things out, just come and find us.
Alright, so I think this is, I was actually, okay, when we were asking Seth those questions first, let me lower it a little bit. When we were asking Seth those questions first, I was literally like, okay, after these questions we can end the stream, and then it did not, but it's fine, it's alright. Scene was really cool anyway. So I think we can end the stream for tonight, and we can continue it. I am honestly not sure how far we are into Cyno's story quest, although if I were to throw out a wild guess, I feel like we're either halfway or we're like starting to reach the end, but I don't want to like drag the stream on longer than it has to be, and that's gonna be fine, you know, like next time I can just I don't know, we can finish the quest and we can like fool around as I chat about it and all of that. But yeah, so we're just gonna do the normal thing I normally do where infinite void. Okay, grab this, put the music back on. So, that, Cyno's story quest so far, second story quest. There's not much I can say currently that I haven't said, throughout the quest. I already mentioned, like, a bajillion times about how one of the best things about Sumeru is the fact that you feel that friendship, that like connection that all of the characters have. Like it feels like they're friends with Kaveh. It feels like he's close with Tighnari. You know what I mean? And then, like, you meet Cyrus for what I'm pretty sure is the first time in-game, and Cyrus is immediately like, invite Tignari, invite Kale. They see Kaveh, and they're like, hey. And, like, it really makes these characters, you know, feel like they're part of each other's lives, and not just the characters appear just because they appear. Which is, I'm not saying that that's necessarily a bad thing for every region. It's not really, no. But I think the issue with the other regions, specifically with Liyue and Mondstadt, like the first two regions, it definitely feels like they tell you that characters are friends, but they never actually show that. So like, for example, for Liyue, Hu Tao and Changyun are friends, or more accurately, Hu Tao is friends with Xingqiu, who's friends with Changyun, and the three of them hang out. And it says that in the lore, but you don't really see it, and the only times you ever really see it is like once in a blue moon, like in Lantern Rite, right? Now, if Xingqiu's story quest or Hu Tao's story quest had them appearing, then yeah, it would give off that feeling that, like, yeah, these guys are friends, and these guys are a big part of each other's lives, right? And like, I don't really mind it for, like, Fontaine and Inazuma. I don't mind that because it doesn't really have that same expectation. Like, Inazuma doesn't have this tight-knit friend group, nor does Fontaine. So that's why, like, I'm okay with it, with the fact that they don't have that. But with, like, Sumeru, it, like, really feels like the fact that Paimon's like, we miss our friends, and we want to chat with them. Like, I believe that. I mean, obviously it's just an excuse for, you know, the story to take place, but, like, yeah, it makes sense, because it does feel like we became part of this already established friend group that only got stronger with the events of the Archon quest. It's neat. Also, since it supposedly, definitely takes place after Fontaine, it's like, oh yeah, definitely makes sense, especially since the Traveler is going on about how, like, they're relaxing, and it's like, oof, yeah. But as for the Cyno stuff, so I already said this a couple times. I didn't stream any of the Sumeru stuff when it was out because I wasn't able to. But Cyno's first story quest, I'm not gonna say, I won't say that it was absolute trash and it was terrible, because it wasn't. It was fine. It was a perfectly fine story about Cyno's, like, one of Cyno's teachers, or, like, companions. Well, like, yeah, like, teacher, I think? Superior? It was mostly a story about his superior and about how he clung to his ideals so tightly that it ended up hurting his son. And Cyno, at the end of the quest, has this little moment of reflection, being like, you know, maybe there are drawbacks to sticking to your ideals really closely, because Cyno is a character that sticks to his own principles, which he mentions in this one. But the thing about a story quest is that it did that thing that a lot of story quests have, where it was more about his teacher than it was about him. And yeah, he kind of related to it with the whole sticking to the principles thing, but the thing is, we didn't really learn much about Cyno, really. Like, we already know he's serious when it comes to his work. We already know that he sticks to his guns, because we see all of that in the main Archon quest, right? So, like, nothing that they really present was really anything that was new, right? And again, that's not, like, a bad thing or anything, but it's like, you spend all of this extra time in something that's meant to help you learn more about the character, and you don't really. And you learn a little bit more in the Windbloom Festival, which, again, like, that's a limited time event, so most people aren't even gonna see it, which is weird. But with this one, with this second story quest, I mentioned this earlier, but, like, when we were still in the, like, cute family outing scenes, we still learn about Cyno. We've learned about, like, Cyrus, which is his adopted dad. Like, we learn about Cyrus, we see their relationship. The fact that the two of them have similar hairstyles already says a lot. When Cyno introduces us to Cyrus, he's like, yeah, that's my teacher. And it's like, you know, you get a sense of their relationship, and Cyrus, like, invites Cyno to, like, eat, and then he brings, like, Tignari and stuff, and so we kind of get this feeling of, like, yeah, Cyno is in this, like, circle of people that, like, are, if not really close, like, fairly close, like, close enough to invite each other just like that. Like, he visits Cyrus frequently, he cares about Cyrus, right? And then, like, with the appearance of Kaveh, and then by extension Alhaitham, it's like, yeah, these people are really important people in Cyno's life, not as important as Kale and Tignari, but they're still a really big part of his life and stuff. And then the entire Temple of Silence thing, where we actually get, like, backstory for him. Like, we get more of an explanation of what the Herb Numis thing is. We understand, like, how he came to even live with Cyrus in the first place, how long he's been with Cyrus, which is clearly, like, his entire life. Pretty much his entire life. Hell, even his parents, where it's like, his parents sold him, basically. like, yeah, and, I heard, I don't know if this is true, but I heard that Sethos is related to Cyno in some way. I can't confirm that, but I heard that somewhere. But, yeah, and the fact that, like, Cyno clearly doesn't know or remember who's, like, Sethos, but the second Sethos saw him, he was like, yep, him. I mean, they clearly were looking for him anyway, but, like, you just learn so much more about him and the relationships the relationships with the people he has in his life, and, like, his backstory, all of this in one story quest. It's really well done. And it's low-key frustrating, because I really wish this was just his first one. I really wish this was just his first story quest. Because it's not that I hate his first story quest. Again, it's fine. It's a perfectly fine, it's a fine story quest, but, like, this is just so much better. It's not lost on me that this story quest was created after Fontaine, which is an emotional roller coaster. Hoyoverse, please keep these writers. These writers, they cookin'. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got for today. It's almost 10. I'm tired, and you guys probably are too. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully I'll finish this quest tomorrow, and if it ends early, then I don't know, we can artifact grind or something. You know, sometimes sometimes I'm like, you know, I think it would be kind of cool if we just kind of, like, not did a story or anything, nothing with cutscenes, we just played around. Although I am kind of afraid of that, because my Genshin streams tend to have a tendency of lagging a lot, which is one of the reasons why I do only stick to the cutscene things, but we'll see. But yeah, that's it. Hopefully, I'm begging that tomorrow I have time to finish the quest, and yeah, that's it. Well, that's all I got then. See ya.